Yes, 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 yes. Three attacks. There's no blocks, so let's just go for it. For 1, +1/+1, double strike. That's 10 damage, 10 life gain. They're down to 8. Thanks, bruh. Hello, good game. Welcome back, and thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. We're back with another 100% free-to-play budget Magic the Gathering Arena deck within Strixhaven. Previously, we broke down Witherbloom, such an amazing free-to-play deck with really cool upgrades, bringing you into that Tier 2 competitive jank, which is my favorite place to be playing. And today, we've got Silverquill in the house. This deck is actually maybe stronger and more consistent. It's less janky and very, very strong. So in today's video, we're going to break down the deck list, show you guys the gameplay footage, so you get a good idea of how it's going to effectively operate. Of course, we'll wrap up with our final thoughts. If you are interested in supporting the channel, I praise you. Thank you so much. If you just want to partake in any of our giveaways, contests, tournaments, other community events, I encourage you to check out our Linktree link in the description below. You can also easily Google Hello Good Game Linktree. With that all out of the way, let's break down this brand new free-to-play deck within Strixhaven. Alrighty, so we rock an 80% win rate, which is really nice within today's build. 20 land, an average of 2.0 mana, per card. 28 creatures with 12 non-creatures. As far as the split goes, it really is the majority of a mono white deck with some black splashed in. But the black that we do have splashed in is incredibly important. So taking a look at it, the deck really revolves around Killian the Inkduelist. This is a 2/2 with menace and lifelink. Spells you cast that target a creature cost 2 less to cast. There's some things that we need to talk about here. The first off is Kaya's Onslaught. Instant speed for 3, target creature gets +1/+1, gains double strike until the end of turn. That will only cost 1 mana. To give something +1/+1 and double strike until the end of turn for 1 mana at instant speed is absolutely bonkers. Call of the Death Dweller. Sorcery speed for 3 mana. Return up to 2 target creature cards with total mana 3 value or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a death touch counter on one of them and a menace counter on one of them as well. Again, target creature. This is reduced to 1 through Killian. Absolutely amazing. I cannot get over it. So those are some nice synergies there. As far as targeting things with Killian, we also have Gift of the Fae attached as a sorcery adventure to Faerie Guidemother. Target creature gets +2/+1 and gains flying until the end of turn. Again, casting this for 1 is great, +2/+1, and then you probably give it another +1/+1 double strike, right? So, that's kind of the synergies within Killian, which is quite nice. And now we move into the rest of the deck, which is actually flyers. Focusing around Shadewing Laureate. I don't even know. For 3 mana, it's a 2/2 with flying, and whenever another creature you control with flying dies, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. We have a lot of flyers within the deck, so whenever any one of them dies, other than the Shadewing, we get to put a +1/+1 counter on another creature, which is really, really cool. So let's break down those flyers. We've got 4 copies of Battlefield Raptor, a 1/2 with flying and first strike. 4 copies of the Faerie Guidemother, a 1/1 with flying. 4 copies of the Eyetwitch, again, another 1/1 with flying. When it dies, you learn. We go to our sideboard here. We've got Expanded Anatomy within the deck. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. It gains vigilance until the end of turn. Target creature. This is reduced by 2 through Killian. We can play it for 1 mana. I love it. Moving on, we do have 2 copies of Angelic Ascension. If our opponent is going to remove any of our creatures, like Killian, we can use Angelic Ascension, boom, exile target creature or planeswalker at instant speed, and its controller creates a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying. That's on their turn because they're using removal, hopefully. You interrupt that removal, you get a 4/4 that can attack next turn. Put that double strike on your 4/4 angel. Yeah, we do, right? So that's one of our main objectives here. We've got 4 copies of Basri's Solidarity. Now, I know this isn't a flyer. It doesn't target one of our creatures either, but we go so wide with those flyers that we can put a +1/+1 counter on each creature we control, and that's going to be gas. 4 copies of Clarion Spirit. This isn't a flyer either, but it creates flyers. It's a 2/2, and whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 Spirit token with flying. I love it. And those 1/1s are easily made through the low mana curve of the deck, and the Spirit is a stackable creature. And again, those Spirit creature tokens will benefit from Basri. 4 copies of our Thunderous Orator for 2 mana. It's a 2/2 with Vigilance, and whenever it attacks, it gains flying until the end of turn if you control a creature with flying. The same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, and Trample. This is actually really good in the deck. Menace and Lifelink through Killian. First Strike through the Battlefield Raptor, right? That's going to give us, a little bit of everything. If we use Call of the Death Dweller, boom. Now we just grabbed Menace if we didn't have Killian, and the Death Touch, which we don't have anywhere else, which is pretty cool. So the Orator can really stack up and is an amazing free-to-play card. That is the entire list. We've got some lands to make things friendly, right? We don't want to be missing, Killian or anything like this. And it's not super important to play really quick. We can play the Scryland on turn 1 because typically, we want to be double casting on top of the Spirit. So why not wait and then make sure you get that off, right? Of course, Expanded Anatomy in the sideboard to pull with the Death of the Eyetwitch, which is really quite nice as well. That's the list, you guys, breaking down your strategies and synergies. There's a few of them, right? The Kaya's Onslaught is amazing within the deck, so is Call of the Death Dweller. Of course, Clarion Spirit going wide with all the flyers, and then bringing the Shadewing into that equation as well is really a lot of fun. You'll see more clearly how the deck will work in today's gameplay footage. We do a great job of showing you guys good examples of how it will play out turn by turn, and such an amazing deck for budget players. We see a lot of complaints about how expensive Strixhaven is, but as someone who makes a lot of free-to-play content, looking through all the cards, we are blessed within Strixhaven, within commons and uncommons. You guys have been taken care of for sure. There's going to be a lot of great free-to-play decks coming out on the channel, so don't miss out. Make sure to subscribe and support if you can financially through any of the avenues via our link tree. And of course, there's contests and giveaways in that as well. If that's your style, just go for a snoop. No matter what you're looking for, we've got it there. I think we even have a link to my Spotify playlist, so you can get in on the HGG experience with my tunage as well. So again, thank you guys so much for your support. Your time and attention on the channel recently has been amazing. Have yourselves a magical day. Enjoy the gameplay footage, and don't go anywhere because we're going to wrap up with my final thoughts. Going first with a lot of lands. Don't mind if I do, Hugh. Don't mind if I do. Eyetwitch in play. Sorry, Eyetwitch? No, Eyetwitch. I almost read that as Eyetwitch. So this is cool, right? We Raptor, and then we use Basri Solidarity. Get that smackdown in, and hopefully it's gonna be good enough. And it's whenever you cast, so it'll make the token before Basri resolves, which is fun. Of course, we do need to survive. Could be a red source in play into a stomp on the Spirit. Ooh, hey, life, we'll try to gain some back here. Of course, right? We get another too. It's pretty cool. And then we just started hitting. Right? Easy peasy. Oh no. I forgot about the Death Touch. I'm making so many mistakes today. It's fine though. Maybe it's a good thing we got rid of that Death Touch. And we'll still just smack down. That's lethal. 2 turns, aka next turn, and if they have interaction, we just Angelic Ascension. Right? Just does not matter. Turn things sideways and attack, baby. You guys know me, those are the decks I make. Easy, easy. Lemon squeezy. Good game, bro. Yeah. So if we do really well in our matches, I'll take it into Mythic for you guys. Let's get, 3 or 4 in a row, though. Hand's amazing, but there's no land. This looks a little bit better. And we toss Call for now. Lots of land. We probably don't need to play slow and just ignore it, but... Oof. Are you gonna get stomped, even? Doesn't matter because we pulled a second. They could shut down our life gain. Naya Adventure? What's going on here? Rip apart. Makes sense. Probably should have played the Swamp and the Eyetwitch. I mean, it does hit them as well. They must have life gain to mitigate it, though. Omen on Killian again. We can flood in with everything, as long as there's not a field wipe. Hit for 1, big damage, baby! We do hit for 5, potentially, though. Grab Flying and First Strike, which is really, really cool because of the Battlefield Raptor. They have to wipe us here. We hit for 7. Plus we grab Lifelink and Menace. So this Orator putting in work. Good game. That's a diamond player, ladies and gentlemen. Woof. Yeah. Going first. Land is good, so we take it. Right, basically if the land is there with both colors and you have a 1-drop, I love it. We might exile the Eyetwitch. I don't know, we'll have to see. Let's just push the Onslaught to the side. Reduce the cost of it for later. So what I want to do is an Angelic Ascension on the Twitch, and then Kaya's Onslaught. And then, because we're killing the 1/1 here with the chump block, well, it's not really a chump block, the I killed you block, then the left start piece is going to have a harder time attacking. Big hits, baby! Woof! I'm coming at you, bruh. Death Dweller only costs 1, but we don't have any actual creatures in grave. Sag. Gem Razor. Still can't attack, though, but it does get the reach skis. We hit with 3 through our Menace. And then, you know, we should be able to have lethal next turn unless they play another blocker or they have removal. We'll have to wait and see. Straight up bullying our opponents, though, with this free-to-play deck. Hey, that's alright, but it's not going to get the job done. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Stop it! Yes, 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 yes. Right, so the beast obviously still has that reach through the Love Struck. Or, not through the Love Struck, through the Gem Razor. But, you know, we're doing the do. We're getting them on, like, you know, turn 4, turn 5, which is great to see as a free-to-play deck. Going first, the land's not here. You know, it's slow. This works, and we just need a mountain. Or, a mountain. Oh my gosh, HGG, go to bed. What we need is a swamp. Oh, gosh. Yeah, let's just go for it. Why not? Maybe we'll hold on to our spirit. We'll see. If we play it, it's going to get nuked immediately. Alright, we get the land that we need. Maybe we pull a 1-drop, and then we can hit that spirit. It gets nuked. Yeah, okay. We expect this, normally. So, as long as we can keep creatures with flying out, and if we can pull a 4th land, you know, then we're making that spirit with flying. Come on, land number 4. I believe in you. No, it's not a land. But it still works. It still works. Muchos flarinos. That's it for 3. So now what we want is like Basri Solidarity, right? They take the scry. They're like, oh my gosh, I need an extinction event right now. Yeah, I have to hit extinction events yesterday. They've got a couple turns, right? They're 15 life still. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone, man! I don't mind getting rid of this, I think. Just deal with it. Quite smart. Sometimes I like just to go full out, right? Kamikaze mode. Bastion's good. Oh gosh. We should have went for it. Only we could cast on top of these 2 spirits. And maybe we do just go for it because we pulled another. So we get flying and first strike here. We do kill a Wolf Strider. Should have done that last turn. My bad. Right, definitely should have done that last turn. Getting rid of their sacrifice engine here is very important because they can instant speed the heck out of that. So let's eliminate that, and then they've got to be killing their own creatures because we'll just hit them with flyers. Oh, they've got another. Nice. Okay, Acting Orator. Good call. So they could be escaping those Striders back in. We have them so close. I think the Menace is worth it just to, like, look what I've got, right? You're down to 6. You can go up to 8, you know, maybe potentially 10. I honestly think there's gonna be another. Oh no, no. Down to 6. They go up to, you know, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We hit for 1, 2, 3. Killian makes it weird. And screw it, let's just go all in because we're not ever going to double drop on the spirit anymore. So let's just push aggro. So they have to not sack those. And we get to kill the goat. They go to 2. Now here they have to sack the Woe Eater or the Strider. They may as well do it with the Strider here. And that way they... Interesting. They sacked the Strider. Do they replay the Strider? Tend the Pests. Oh no, do they have a way to sack all those? Right? They could get a bunch of life here, potentially. It's instant speed, isn't it? It is. Pretty sick free-to-play deck. This was, yeah, good game. This was the last deck I did. It's so good. Absolutely amazing. Like, they just draw so many cards. They just gain so much life. Cry. So what can't they do here? You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What can't they do? You know what I mean? Veto in the house. Soul Stepper in play. 1 mana left. Oh, they deal 1 damage. Yeah! Oh, 2 damage. Dina OP, right? I can't believe I played that Eyetwitch, and I keep just falling for it. We should have kept the Eyetwitch in hand, and then we could have made 2 spirits. Oh no, the Sledgemoor Witch ruins it. Nice. All they need is a sacrifice now to win the game. If they plumb the Forbidden, it's victory. Well, I mean, I guess. Wow. This might actually do it. I don't know. Oh, what am I doing? I'm used to it costing 1 because Killian. It's a 3-drop. We just lost the game. Because I was too focused on the stupid spirit. They have 2 blockers. None of them are life gain. They could go up to 9. We have for 1, 2, 3, 4 only. Oops. We just missed lethal. That's my bad. Like, literally, I don't know why I played the spirit. I'll leave that in there for you guys, but, brutal. Yeah. Because this would have been, you know, a 2-3 with double strikes of 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we could have had lethal. Oh no, they can sacrifice creatures instant speed. We would not have had lethal. That they could have done that twice, gained life and done damage, right? Gained 2 life. Yeah. And we would have lost 4 damage. Or 4 health. So we didn't miss lethal. That I know of. Right? It still got us, barely. But it definitely was still a misplay. Because they can instant speed. Even this at instant speed. It just wins in the game, right? I'm surprised they didn't sacrifice more creatures. Right? They could have definitely just had lethal there. Good game. You know, a really close match. And this is an upgraded version of my free-to-play deck. If you guys are interested in this kind of situation, I go through it all. The free-to-play version and then the upgrades as well, which is pretty cool. But, you know, we still did all right. Lots of little misplays in that match. I think we could have got there if we, you know, weren't so used to top decking land, and then we're kind of jaded, and then just we're playing our creatures out to get all that effectiveness. But could have held back a little bit and made much more spirits, and maybe got through that way. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Goes first. We'll keep 7. Let's grab some life. Spirit in play. I'm sure we'll just run into removal immediately. It almost makes me want to wait until next turn. Let's play Killian here. And that way, at least we know we're making a spirit token. We'll play the Eyetwitch probably. Take the damage, we can get it back. Right, we've got Menace. Unless they've got a fight effect. No, we're good. Yeah! Get him, Killian! Alright, you guys. Killian's in play. Onslaught only costs 1. Killian not in play. Onslaught costs 3 unless foretold. Let's remember this. Right, let's remember this. No blocks. Have fun. The Trident's nice. Trident's really good. Ooh, they're going for it. Yes, 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 yes. Three attacks. There's no blocks, so let's just go for it. For 1, +1/+1, double strike. That's 10 damage, 10 life gain. They're down to 8. Thanks, bruh. Again, totally free to play, you guys. Is that insane? And they're on the play. Right? They played first. No! They killed Killian. Smart play. Right? Smart move. I think we have lethal still, though, right? We have 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think we just win here. Unless they gain life. That land, I think, basically seals the deal, too. Go wide with the flyers. Bingo bango bongo. Right? It does the work in the play queue. If you're like just farming your daily wins, playing the game, this does it. And we beat a diamond player earlier, so I'm totally satisfied as far as the quality of this is. Like, it works, especially when you don't misplay it. All right, guys, let's break down the deck. Alrighty, final thoughts. Deck banging, HGG misplaying, channel growing. The deck is good. I really like it. As far as an upgrade guide goes, this is something that we haven't even begun to look at, but I know so many good things, that would go in this deck right now. There's the first one comes to my mind is the Elite Spellbinder, right? This is something that is, still a flyer. It has massive ETB implications on our opponent, which is really nice. We're getting into that hand and shutting that down. We also have Reidane, God of the Worthy, as a possibility here. Again, it's a flyer, it's got vigilance, and it interrupts your opponent more, and that's really what we want to do. We also have the potential for Hushbringer, but do keep in mind that will shut down the Shadewing, right? And we kind of really want to rely on that. Moving forward, Rankle could potentially go in the deck, and of course, we do have more removal as well. But that's really what I like to see so far. Is the Spellbinder is a must-have. Reidane, God of the Worthy, probably worth your time as well, and maybe a copy or two of Rankle, because you never want to gas yourself out, not have the ability to get going again. And Rankle really always gives you basically the chance to deal 4 damage, which is really cool. We also have the Birb here, the Dean of Radiance. This is something that I've been liking quite a bit. Can you only use this in best of 3? Has that already been banned in best of 1? Oh, it's because our sideboard's full. But the sideboard's not for the sideboard here. That's just for note taking, right? And Flying Vigilance, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that enters the battlefield under our control this turn. That's something that we can definitely do because we flood the field with creatures, which is really quite nice. That'd be even better on tokens, if we're being honest. Creature tokens you control get +1/+1. That's going to be really good on the Clarion Spirit. And whenever one or more non-token creatures you control die, create a 2/1 white and black Inkling creature token with flying. It only triggers once each turn. We've got all of the other flyers organically, and the spirits and stuff, Killian like this. So, the finale is like an absolutely amazing upgrade to the card. It's a little bit jank, but it just fits in here so well. You could even take the Nighthawk Scavenger if you really wanted, but it's hard to deviate so far away from it. And then if we quickly look, target creature, even better yet, target creature you control, and then we'll go in here to instances of sorceries. Bingo bango bongo. Semester's End could be a good option to protect us, especially with the fact that we're going so wide. The tokens won't be able to survive the wipe, but the rest of your creatures should be able to. For 4 mana at instant speed, exiling any number of creatures we control, and then we return them to the battlefield under our control at the beginning of the next step. And then each creature enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. So, that's a possibility. It doesn't really work with the tokens, but it would work with everything else, which is pretty nice, right? It's not the worst. So there's not too much, to bank off of with Killian, but you could still probably get the job done if you wanted. And then, we're into probably the Silverquill Command is a potential option for 4 mana, expensive AF, but yeah, it definitely works. It is going to give a creature flying. We can return something from the battlefield. Again, the cost of this is being reduced through Killian because it's target creature, and then the target player is losing life. We don't really care about that, or the target opponent sacrificing your creatures. Not really too concerning to us either, but as long as we choose the one of them that targets a creature we control, it will reduce the cost of the entire spell, which is really quite nice. So, those are a few of my options for the deck. Of course, there's things as well that I didn't add that could go in here, like Humiliate is another good option that we could think of. Not human, Humiliate. I can't spell, don't worry about me. Humiliate, right? So target opponent reveals their hand, you choose a non-land card from it, they discard it, you put a +1/+1 counter on creature you control. I was thinking about this a little bit. I'm also flirting with dire tactics just to give us a little bit of removal, and I'll throw both of these in here as well because, you know, it is something that I like to consider having in the decks. It is hard though, as a free-to-play deck who doesn't have the power level. You really, in that situation, need to focus on your own game plan, right? Just attack, 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 win the ones that you get to win, right? Because if you're trying to mid-range it, you're just gonna get beat up and outvalued. But when we do upgrade our deck, when it is more powerful and we can, you know, kind of go back and forth with some of these bigger decks more effectively in the mid-game without executing perfectly, then we can kind of sub in more of that removal, more of that disruption, if you will. But again, I think you will need the other upgrades to make that an option. Now, you guys want to know which cards to take out, which ones to put in. Well, this is really all up to you as an individual. What did you like about the deck? What didn't you like? Which of these upgrade cards do you have, right? And just put them in as you get them where you find they fit best. With that being said, thank you all for your time and attention. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to your friends, families, and MTG playgroups. Support if you can. Join our Discord via the link tree. Get in on our giveaways, la-di-da, all of this goodness. And most importantly, have a magical day. And we'll see you soon in the next video.